Like you put your back against the wall and just slide down.
What's called the affidavit in support of the wiretaps.
Okay.
It's like 3 affidavits. In those affidavits, it tells Meech's full role.
Why? It was good. Rick Ross hadn't done any of these things. Hey man, 48 laws of power, right? 50 is going to prepare itself in the event or just in case you do try to do something to violate it. Look, this gonna get up.
50 Cent is pursuing Meech on fresh charges of snitching. Since it seems that new documents in the Cuffy case show that Meech was the real informant, Big Meech persistently insists that there is no concrete evidence connecting him to snitching, but he is not letting up.
Never told. Never.
We are analyzing the allegations. Big Meech is called a rat by 50 Cent. And snitching accusations and supporting documentation have replaced the publicity surrounding former crime boss Demetrius Big Meech Fenner's early release from prison last October. Meech's longtime friend and former business partner Dion Gatling, also known as Cuffy, called out Meech just 2 days after his release from prison, accusing him of snitching on him to receive a lesser term for himself when Big Meech started a fight with rapper 50 Cent. The former drug kingpin was caught in the middle of yet another storm as the controversy over his alleged snitching persisted. Prior to his release from jail, the two had a close connection. But their relationship ended abruptly, and they are now on opposing sides of the snitching conflict. Tail, as usual, Big Meech's appearance in a video with 50 Cent's rival Rick Ross, promoting a welcome back concert honoring Meech's release from prison may have contributed to the recent rift between 50 Cent and Big Meech, as 50 Cent caused the initial commotion on Instagram on February 3, 2025, accusing him of snitching and teasing a documentary about him that would reveal everything. In addition to Rick Ross, who was supposed to make his Big Meech debut by performing BMF. Yo, Kodak, Black T, Grizzly, SG Boozy, and many other musicians were scheduled to perform at the event, which was scheduled for February 13th at the Amaranth Bank Arena. However, the concert announcement lost all of its luster due to 50 weighty. Even though there was no hard evidence that the accusations of the spies were right. The story went viral on social media shortly after a court document surfaced online that seemed to suggest that Big Meech may have enlisted Tammy Cowan to spy on Cuffy as part of a larger scheme to evade punishment. According to the paper, Cowan was introduced to Cuffy by Big Meech to conduct illegal drug transactions on his behalf. But she later provided the federal government with information about their interactions. It's ironic that Tammy Cowan, who has since turned against Big Meech, is the same person. More details about this third-party cooperation agreement will likely surface in the coming days, especially since she and 50 Cent are working on a candid documentary. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has continued to mock Big Meech on social media just hours after calling Meech a rat. 50 Cent shared a video of himself pushing Meech's head into a man who admitted that he had snitched on 50 Cent again. And in the caption of the since-deleted post, he alluded to his recent collaboration with Rick Ross, 50 Cent's longtime rival, to promote his Welcome Back show. 50 saw it as a betrayal, and many fans think the rapper has good reason to act in this manner. It's noteworthy to note that Rose and 50's hatred may have been reignited in an Instagram live video due to the dispute between 50 and Meech. 50 Cent was severely beaten by Rick Ross after he reported that Meech had tied up with him. Ross mocked his former rival at the beginning of the video when he and Rick Ross posed for a picture. Ross mimicked his tears and continued. Ross went back to trolling, threatening to take over the 50's BMF TV program. The rapper called 50's production subpar and told his supporters live on Instagram that he was considering starting his own BMF production. Interview.
Because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film.
Then he goes on to mention some famous names. including Quentin Tarantino. After a hearty chuckle at the end of the video, Antoine Fuqua and Gary Gray Ross become even more ecstatic and pull 50 down amid the chaos. Young Buck, 50 Cent's opponent, took advantage of the situation to mock 50 Cent. He praised Big Meech for his newfound freedom in a short video message before cautioning, who.
Come on. We're playing with dude. We're playing with dude.
One after receiving accolades from Ross and other rappers. Big Meech finally addressed the snitching allegations circulating on social media in an Instagram video, telling fans that he has never folded and never would. Interview.
Because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the street. But I never folded, never told, never will.
As he finished the video, he then advertised his event and invited people to the Amaranth Arena on February 13th, soon after Meech aired his video. 50 Cent uploaded a video of himself reacting to it. In the background, 50 could be heard disputing each of Meech's claims as his video played. And 50 people reacted when Meech said he would not be tricked by anyone.
Never folded, never told.
Then 50 mocks Meech's homecoming performance by hinting that it won't be a success and that you would all be disappointed if Lil Baby doesn't show up. He remarked, "Even though you want our house, he is unable to leave, or won't even be." A big shriek, 50 Cent wrote in the caption, reiterating his claims that Meech would not even be attending the show. "Do not believe me when I say that he cannot go after 6 p.m. Do whatever you want," he added. Will you demand a refund if the performer on the bill does not show up? When unanticipated circumstances forced the cancellation of the show, 50 would ultimately get the final laugh, while Big Meech was still recuperating from the postponed concert. 50 Cent posted an audio recording of rapper and BMF member Blue Da Vinci claiming that Tammy Cowens had wiretaps and paperwork on him.
What's called the affidavit in support of the wiretaps. Okay. It's like 3 affidavits. And those
Even if many of them are still merely claims, it is hard to deny coming from someone who has worked with Meech for years. However, are these snitching charges credible? Exactly what did Meech do, and how did Cuffy end up in jail? In addition to adding a new dimension to the entire story, the court record that was recently made public online also establishes a connection between the main players in this dispute. The paper revealed that Demetrius Fenori, Dion Gatling, and Fidel Suarez were involved in a drug distribution conspiracy. Big Meech's alleged snitching that betrayed Cuffy, a longtime friend, has been the subject of much discussion in recent weeks, but there has been little to no evidence to support such claims. Owned and operated a trucking company in California, Cuffy was a member of the St. Louis BMF and had strong ties to other BMF members to help distribute the drugs. Big Meech was the Black Mafia family BMF's alleged national boss at the time. In a crucial role, Big Meech brought all the parties together and connected them to a second person identified in court materials as CS1. While the controversy surrounding Big Meech's alleged third-party cooperation pact continues to dominate. Social media debates, an audio recording of Cuffy's daughter, Tamara Len Gatling, was posted on X, where she boldly accused Mrs. Meech of arranging for her father to receive a reduced sentence. Tamara can be heard on the recording saying,
Making this recording in regards to my dad. He's Dion Gatling. Most people know him as Cuffy. But I wanted to make this recording so I can shed light on some facts. My dad was set up by one of his best friends, which is Demetrius Fenori.
and her father had been friends for over 30 years. And Tamara claims that because their families were so close, Meech's betrayal was all the more horrible. According to Tamara, Meech went to Cuffy in 2011 about doing a BMF movie at the same time that he showed him Cohen's Cowan, who had Meech's life insurance and Meech's power of attorney while he was in prison. Cuffy learned he had been set up when he was arrested in 2014 because all of the facts and evidence the feds used against him were information that only one person could access. Tammy Cowan says, As a result, she was essentially the conduit for all of Kufe's interactions with Meech and his ally.
Exactly who CS1 was, and he told.
To put things in perspective, Tamara is referring to the body of evidence that prosecutors uncover after reading it to bolster their case. Cuffee understood that such detailed information could only have been leaked by one person, despite knowing the risks of being a police informant. Many people are shocked by Cowan's decision to turn on Big Meech, WAC 100. Even though a music executive is not surprised by Cowan's auctions, WAC 100 asserted on it appeared inevitable that Cowans would confide in the man she had been working with for years when Meech was released from prison and reunited with his baby mama. Given the type of man he is, 50 Cent prepared for the day Meech would choose to turn against him by arming himself with that knowledge. On that day, Meech connected with Rick Ross, a rival of the 50's WAC 100, according to a recent live stream with DJ Academics.
They were good. Rick Ross hadn't done any of these things. Hey man, 48 laws of power, right? 50 is going to prepare itself in the event or just in case you do try to do something to violate it.
Last few weeks have definitely been a turn for the worse, and the drama has sent social media into overdrive with fans and celebrities expressing differing opinions. Some have defended Meech and disputed the rationale for third-party snitching. Others believe he snitched and is not deserving of respect. Others have pointed out that it is impossible to prove that Cowans was not acting independently and was instead influenced by Meech. Despite opposition from some Big Meech fans, Cuffee has continued to ensure that he has a voice in the dispute. He spoke with Blue Da Vinci Live earlier in February and fully explained what happened to Alayan. Worries about Big Meech's responsibility. During his incarceration, Cuffee explained the full third-party deal concept over the phone. It was discovered that Cowan was having an extramarital affair with one special agent, Keith Cromer, who was her first D handler. Louis Da Vinci then questioned Cuffee about why Meech had still served all of that jail time even after entering the third-party cooperation for a time cut. Cuffee replied that Meech had not been granted a time cut and that the encounter stained the case after being charged with 2 murders. In exchange for the murder charges being dropped, Cuffee admitted to 2 gun-related felonies and was sentenced to 27 years in prison in May 2019. In a statement announcing the sentencing, Attorney Jeff Jensen stated that Mr. Gatling targeted the very foundation of the legal system by murdering 2 people who knew about his crimes. Special Agent Keith Cromer, who admitted to having an affair with Cowan but denied having sex with her or creating documents to support $212,000 in payments to her, was also fired as a result of the investigation. However, on June 14, 2021, Big Meech was in a good mood when U.S. District Judge David M. Lawson agreed to reduce Cuffee's prison sentence by 3 years. While Cuffee was moping in his cell.
A genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But my response, get at my daddy, fuck you.
In a since-deleted Instagram post, 50 Cent posted a video of Boozie's intervention with the caption, "I did more for Mimi than anyone in his life, Boozy," indicating that he was aware of the remarks made by Boozy. "Every time he calls me first to get him out of jail," in response to 50 Cent's claim that he sent Lil Meech to treatment for drug use while filming BMF 50. 50 Cent implied that Big Meech would condone his drug use and extravagant spending because he was jealous of his relationship with his son during his incarceration. More recently, 50 Cent claimed that the BMF series greatly increased Flauner's profitability during Big Meech's incarceration to calculate the severity of his charges. 50 Cent revealed that he helped the Meech family make $5 million and asserted, prior to his father's release from prison, Lil Meech had squandered all of the money. And 50 Cent chastised Big Meech for trying to remain relevant by wearing his son's jewelry. Following the cancellation of his Welcome Home event just before Valentine's Day, 50 Cent has been less critical of Big Meech. Yet, he recently shared an enigmatic Instagram statement cautioning against causing him anxiety. Big Meech has mostly remained silent, but as everyone knows, it doesn't take much to get 50 Cent to resume his best performance. However, everyone seems preoccupied with the mysteries that might be revealed when 50 Cent's unvarnished documentary about Big Meech is released. What do you think? Post a remark, like it, and then share it. Hope to see you again soon.